Hey, what's up you guys, it's your boy Drew here back again with another video for all you American soccer fans out there. And in this video, as you can tell, we're going to talk about the USA wrapping up their group in this CONCACAF Gold Cup, going on as winners of the group, conceding 0 goals along the way. Now we go into the quarterfinals against Curaçao. So let's review the game against Panama. But of course, as always, if you guys love soccer and you want to see it get the growth and respect it deserves, and you want to be part of that growth, then subscribe down below, hit that like button, and be part of it. So like I was saying, USA tops Group D in this Gold Cup, moving on as winners, scoring 11 goals, conceding 0. Now I know I can't be the only one who really thought going into this tournament off the back of those 2 terrible losses against Venezuela and Jamaica that we would not be in this predicament we are now. I didn't think we would ever go, first of all, finish top of the group, and second of all, finishing the group with conceding 0 goals. Because the way we were defending, the way the midfield was set up, it looked like it was going to be a disaster. Like we were going to be fighting, scrapping along the way just to finish second and proceed to the next round. But now that we finished first, we go on to play Curaçao in the quarterfinals, and the other matchups are Jamaica against Panama, Haiti against Canada, and Costa Rica against Mexico, which is going to be a really, really enticing, interesting game, I'm assuming. Actually, all the matchups here so far of the quarterfinal, I really am a fan of. I think they're going to provide lots of good soccer, lots of good upsets, perhaps. But nonetheless, it's looking to be and shaping up to be a really, really exciting tournament in the making. I'm really excited to see how it all progresses forward. But we're not here to talk about the whole tournament. We're here to talk about USA's game against Panama. Now, Panama obviously I think was the strongest team we had in our group besides us. And they really showed that today. You know, they had 9 changes in their lineup from the other 2 games they played, and we had 11 total new changes. We had a whole new 11 starting this game. So you could tell that both teams really knew that they were going to go through the quarterfinal anyway. It was just a matter of who's going to finish first or second. And it almost seemed as though Panama and USA really didn't care who finished where. But nonetheless, USA wanted to win this game no matter what. And it looked like they really just wanted it a little more than Panama, scoring 1 goal only. A beautiful, beautiful goal by Jozy Altidore, who I'll get to in a second. But starting off the game, I really was a little skeptical because we had obviously 11 new changes to the lineup. Obviously, Greg Berhalter wanted to rest some of our key players and also give some good players, some other players, some playing time to show off their skills and what they can offer as substitutes or even possibly starters going deeper in this tournament. If they shined so much, if they shined as much, is what I'm trying to say, in this game. And some players did shine, you know. Players I really want to highlight throughout the whole game that played really well and looked really, really solid. Obviously, number 1, Reggie Cannon, I think on the right back position was really, really lively. He looked really hungry. He looked really, obviously, young, pacey, strong. He looked like he was having a really good game. You know, I would go as far to say he was one of the best players so far on that pitch that we've seen in this new starting 11. Next up, I really was a fan of Djordje Mihailovic. I think he was really, again, another lively young player in the center of midfield, really trying to create chances, switching to play from time to time. He did lose the ball a little bit, but you know what? He's young, he's learning. I think he'd be a really great super sub, if not a key starter in the future. Maybe not in this tournament, but maybe for tournaments to come and friendlies in the future. I think Djordje Mihailovic is a really, really good under-the-radar prospect for American soccer. And of course, we got to talk about my boy, Jozy Altidore. Now, Jozy Altidore, like I said, scored the game winner in the 66th minute with a beautiful, random, out of nowhere, bicycle kick. Now, obviously, Jozy Altidore, I don't think started any of the other games in this group stage besides this one. I don't think he really started any games leading up to this with Jamaica or Venezuela. If I'm wrong, let me know down below. I'm sorry. But it doesn't change the fact that he didn't start the games, okay? And he knows that. The fans know that. Greg Berhalter knows that. Yossi Zardes knows that. Yossi Zardes obviously scored, what, 3 goals in 2 games so far in this Gold Cup tournament. So obviously, being a Columbus boy and being, well, just from Columbus crew, Greg Berhalter has a little softer side for Yossi Zardes, so he started him over Altidore. Now, you guys know I'm not the biggest Altidore fan out there in American soccer, the whole universe here. But I'm going to say that he really proved me wrong. And I tweeted this earlier today after he scored a goal. he really proved me wrong. He really put my fist in my mouth because the whole game, you could see how hungry he was to score. You can see how hungry he was to really make a statement to Greg Berhalter and show Berhalter, like, yo, I'm the top leading goal scorer right now who's still playing for American soccer in the national team. So I should be starting this game over Zardes, which I kind of agree with. I think Altidore, though I may not like him so much as the #1 striker for the national team, I think he's far better than the options that we got now. So if he's the best we got, then I'm going to support him, and I should be supporting him more. And I'm sorry for my Altidore fans out there if I've been dissing him so much. But when I watched him score this goal, the passion that was flowing through his body and was pouring out of his body, really, it really hit me hard. I was like, dude, I've been so hard on this guy. I know he's, kind of not always clinical, like a clinical finisher on the national team front. But he does now currently have 42 goals for the national team, and only 10 or 11 behind Donovan and Dempsey. And the way when he scored this goal, like I said, you could see the passion pouring out of him. You could see how much it meant to him, and he was kissing his badge, USA badge. I was like, dude, this guy, he belongs as a #1 striker. And if Greg Berhalter has too much of a fancy for fucking Zardes or whatever, then they can start them up together side by side. I think that'll actually be a pretty good idea. I'm going to play a 4-2-2 or whatever you want to do, Greg Berhalter. I think it'll be a good idea. You have one quality striker and another decent lucky striker who seems to always find the back of the net at convenient times when it's more convenient for him. But overall, Panama really did give us a run for our money, I would say, especially our back line. I think Panama really tested us at some aspects on the counterattack or with their speed. They would have a long ball over the defense, and there would be a player zipping out in between Miazga and Gonzalez. But sometimes they were offside, sometimes they didn't really take their chances well enough. But you could see where the weakness is. The pace for our back line is still a weak point. We don't really have any pacey defenders right now to keep up with pacey strikers like that. But nonetheless, I think we were pretty solid defensively. And so I think Panama was also very solid defensively. And I think for all you Panamanian fans out there, I'd see that you guys could actually upset Jamaica in the quarterfinal. And for all you Jamaica fans out there, I really consider not taking Panama so lightly because they seem like a really compact, solid team defensively and a team who could really hurt you on the counterattack. And they've shown that potential against us tonight. And that goes also for us. I think for our national team, we're going to play Curaçao in the quarterfinal. Probably, maybe I'd say the weakest team out of all the teams in the quarterfinal. But I would still say, they did get to the quarterfinal just by the skin of their teeth on goal difference, just edging out El Salvador. But I think it's still a team we really shouldn't take lightly. We shouldn't underestimate them. I think we should still start strong, a strong starting 11, really go for the attack, really want to dominate and control the game. But I'll get to that preview if you guys want a preview video for that game. It'll be on Sunday. Let me know. I'll definitely put that out there. But overall, I was pretty happy with the performance. It was really nothing really too crazy. The best thing about it, obviously, Josie Altidore's bicycle kick, which came out literally out of nowhere, like I said. But we did get to see some good highlighted players like Mihalovic, Reggie Cannon. Christian Pulisic did come on for a little bit, but he didn't really do much. Jordan Wolvers did kind of not surprise me, but he did really show that he is a quality winger on the right side. So that's gonna be a good battle between Tyler Boyd and Morris on the right side. Who's gonna start where? Blah blah blah. Sean Johnson really solid in goal, but didn't really have much to do for the most part of the game. So I can't really judge him too much because their defense was pretty solid, and I was really impressed with that. Who else is there to talk about? Will Trapp was just being Will Trapp. I didn't really care for him as much. Lost the ball a couple times, really out of position most of the game, but I feel you guys. I don't really feel Will Trapp at all. But that's it. That's my review. I thoroughly enjoyed the game. I like to see new players in the starting 11. I like to see what they can offer our team going forward. And it's good to have players deep in our squad that are on the bench or whatever, reserve players who really are still hungry, really want to make a statement, and when they get the chance, they really want to show that statement and really want to make a statement actually. So that is really a good thing to have for a national team, especially. So I feel very good. I feel very positive going forward into the quarterfinal. I think if we really stay strong, we play well, we continue the intensity we've been having, we can continue that great defensive, key that we've had so far, I think we could obviously ease past Curaçao and then on to the semifinals. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. As always, I gotta go to bed because it's really late. But I want to know your thoughts down below on what you guys thought about this game. Let me know your positives or negatives. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for kicking with me, and I'll see you next time.